Hi everyone and welcome to today's morning report on Monday the 29th of June with me, Rich Pro Market Analyst at Tech Markets. Wow, over the weekend we've had these negotiations between Greece and its creditors completely break down. Greece now calling for, or Cyprus now calling for a referendum. Seems as though they're now moving towards a default on their IMF debt of 1.6 billion euros. The referendum is going to be held next Sunday. And basically, the Greek population is going to be asked whether it wants to sort of abide by these terms of the creditors, really. So the volatility through the markets has been huge in reaction to this. Let me just show you the German yield sharply lower on the German 10-year, and also on the Treasury yield, so sharply lower as well at the open today. And let me just also show you the Spanish in comparison, because Spanish yields are sharply higher. So basically the yield spread between core and periphery Eurozone debt is sharply increased today. That suggests fear of contagion potentially through the markets, obviously with this potential of Greek defaulting, potentially moving towards maybe even a Grexit as well. So lots going on in the markets today across the board. Interesting that we've seen a sharp rise at the open on dollar index. Came by a result of sharp euro weakness, but that move is being retraced somewhat. The euro weakness has unwound significantly, actually. 109.53 was the low on the euro on my Reuters chart, but it's now 110.87, so well over 100 pips up from the low now, and regaining a bit of lost ground. But certainly the impact is still being felt through the markets, and it will continue to play out through the day today. Stock markets, equities are sharply lower. DAX, CAC significantly bearing the brunt, but again they're off their lows as these moves have been slightly retraced. As I said, that the German 10-year yield is well off the lows as well. So the initial knee-jerk reaction to the downside has been unwound, but it'll be very interesting to see if this unwind continues or whether it gets sold into. In terms of Forex markets, just the euro really is the main weakness. Sterling slightly weaker, but the main strength coming from the yen, safe haven play. And interesting that we're seeing commodity currencies, Aussie, Kiwi, and Canadian loonie fairly flat actually. Interestingly enough. So in terms of the economic data today, to be honest, we'll be focusing on significantly on this. On the reaction to Greece, but we do have the pending home sales into the afternoon. US home sales, pending home sales coming in, expected at 1.5. Sorry, that should be 1.5%, I believe, on the month. And no, sorry, my mistake. 1.2% growth month on month. So that is slightly wrong, that data there. But anyway, the chart would suggest that is a decent. That would be another decent number for the US pending home sales, which continues to improve in the States. So my chart of the day, I said about safe haven flows earlier, and so I thought I'd take a look at silver. And we've had this move on silver that's basically just unwound back to this downtrend that it's been in for the last 8 or so weeks. And it's fallen away again, so that downtrend remains intact. And also the fact is that silver continues to trade underneath all its moving averages. That 21-day moving average has been the base of resistance for the past couple of weeks and continues to do so. The momentum indicators haven't really picked up by this move, and all you've pretty much seen is this silver chart just unwind back towards the breakout support that you had. So you had that breakout of the gap higher at the open, and it's just unwound back to that gap. Now it'll be interesting to see if it fills that gap or closes that gap, because that is technically speaking a very important move. So if you fill the gap, basically it's where you get the price back into the old closing price, which was at 1574 level. Sorry, 1576, looking at the wrong number. 1576 was the closing price on Friday. If it moves back into that, which today's low is 1578, so very close to it. But if that then bounces off that and then pushes higher again, that is a filling of the gap, which is a bullish move. If it then closes, or if it closes below that price, then that is a bearish close. So that would be what we're looking out for on this silver chart. But at the moment, it certainly hasn't done anything significant to the upside, and certainly the safe haven status of silver is always questionable anyway from the industrial metal use of silver. So it has an economic aspect to it as well. But at the moment, we do have this downtrend intact, and technically speaking, not a significant improvement yet on silver. But we'll wait and see how it goes. Certainly, if it moved back above today's high, interestingly enough, that today's high, 1604, bang on. 1604 being this old key pivot level on silver, and has done traditionally. 1604 has been a massive pivot level on silver going back all through the first few months of this year. So that is an interesting fact, that it's just rallied and found resistance at that pivot level and fallen away. So that is a level you'd need to see silver breaking above to suggest that it is improving on the outlook. So I wish you good luck in your trading on silver today and across the forex markets, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.